you don't have to text me 24/7. I don't even like that because I don't even be on my phone 24/7. But like oh like hey, how's your day going? Like if we're not like together, or whatever. Like a little just let me know that you're thinking about me type thing. And then like little small gestures here and there, like oh here's some flowers. Oh like you know
What do you do for the men?
I be giving massages. I give good head. I be cooking and cleaning. I could take a nigga out on a date.
You take men
Um,
out on dates?
yeah,
I'm surprised you don't
I
have a ring
will.
on you. What's going on, guys? Domingo John. I'm back with another one. I'm here with.
Jody Lee, you
Who
already
are
know.
you? Why are you here? Why should people watch this beautiful video?
I am Jody Lee. My Instagram is Jody_XD. I am actually a female barber now, so book your appointments, get that all in. Don't get mad at me if your man tries to get a haircut from me. I promise I'll be respectful. I got you. I do OnlyFans. I am on Instagram a lot. Yeah, come kick it with your girl.
Are you ready for today?
I'm ready.
Like I said, I don't go personal. We just talk about life. If you want to open up about your life and you can tell me about your life, we can cry together and I give you a hug. We give you a hug. You know what I'm saying?
I'll try not to cry. My eyelash might come off.
No eyelashes coming off today. So the first question of the day is, and this is very in particular to my life, but do you want to hear about the little things when it comes to relationships?
100%.
Like the negative little things, not the negative little things, but like the little things, like for example, oh, some guy tried to ask for my number today. You know what I'm saying? Like if a girl says that to me and we're dating and I'm like, why'd you even have to tell me that? You could have just went through the day without telling me that someone asked for your number and I would have been perfectly fine. You had a great day.
Yeah, but she wants to keep the trust and communication going, so of course she's going to tell you every little thing.
But do you want to hear the little things? Like, oh, yo, some girl grabbed my ass today, you know what I'm saying? Try to get my number, but
I would say I do want to hear the little things just because the trust and communication needs to be at 100%. Because if my man leaves certain things out and then I hear in the streets some girl grabbed my man's ass and my man didn't come home and tell me, then it's going to be a problem.
but if you hear on the streets, she grabbed my ass, tried to get my number, left with no number, then you heard good things about what I did on my side that I didn't have to mention and ruin your day at home. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so I'm not going to be as mad, but I'm still going to be like, okay, it's still something you could have just said just to throw it out there because people talk.
I don't like that shit, because like I've had people tell me like, oh, like not my boy, but like someone I know, like, oh, gave me like, let's say if she's a bartender, gave me $50 and then try to get my number at the end. I was like, you could have just told me you made $50 tip, and you're a bartender. I understand that part. You did whatever you had to do to get the tip. You didn't have to tell me that he wanted your number. What was the point of mentioning the number part? You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel uncomfortable now. You kind of ruined my vibe at the time that we're vibing.
So you just own because I want to know everything.
So what would be something that would tick you off that you want to hear about, but you really don't want to hear about? That makes sense.
I mean, I feel like I wouldn't want to hear about like girls getting on my man in general, but it's something that does happen. So I'd rather hear it from my man than other people. That's the only thing that would piss me off if I don't hear it coming from my partner.
I just feel like if I'm a loyal man, I'm a loyal man, and then people tell you I'm a loyal man. I don't have to explain the loyalness of loyalty that I presumed of the day, and just flow and just let it flow until I did something negative, and then you hear something that I didn't tell you about.
Exactly, and that could go both ways though, because it could seem like something like nothing happened really, so you don't feel like you need to address it, but then other people could turn it around and make it something big. So if I'm not hearing it from my partner, whether it's something big or small, then it can potentially turn into an issue in the future.
Would you rather wait for it to happen next time I see you, or like a text you right away, like, yo, just so you know?
Not right away, because it's not something that's like significantly important at the
What if I'm like at
moment.
the bar in the corner and some girls come up to me for like 5 minutes, and then your friend's like, yo, your man's over there in the corner with some white girls for like 5 minutes straight.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Do you want him to text you while he's out, like, hey, some shorties that came
Nah,
up to me?
I'm
I let
not
him.
that type of girl. Like, you could do your thing, boo. Like, you out, you having fun. Of course, you're attractive because, all my man's got to be attractive. But I don't know. Just keep that same respect. Like, if I was in front of your face with them girls, of course, people are going to talk. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's good if I have communication with my partner to the point where it's like, all right, I trust you enough and I trust your word on what you're saying was nothing more. And then we could just move forward. Instead of you not saying nothing to me at all and then so and so text me this. They said that they seen this and that, and then I'm thinking that you're capping now because you didn't tell me first.
What's attractive to you? Because your men
Confidence.
got to be attractive.
They got to be attractive. I love confidence. Like, even if they're not, like, I don't know, I like quirky dudes. I like, you know what I mean? They don't have to be the Instagram model type guy. Like, you know what I mean? I like a guy with a little bit of flaws, but I feel like confidence is key. Communication's key. I don't know. Like, the approach is always 100% too. Like, from first impression, if a guy approaches me the right way, like, just confident, like, hey, this is my name, these are my intentions, whoopty boop, and 100% straightforward, I'm gonna rock with it. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna see what's going on with this one.
Does
Vibe
Jimmy with
out.
the freckles have a chance?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
You been with a white guy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
My ex had a big ass mole on his head, so you know.
Is that a white thing?
I don't know. Do white people have
Oh, I
moles?
don't know. Why'd you say it like that?
I don't know because you said Jimmy with the freckles.
Oh,
And my
okay.
ex had a mole.
Okay. I'll take that. Do you believe in those success stories where they're like, you know, someone worked at McDonald's for the first 5 years and then they became a millionaire and own a whole business and a multi-billion-dollar company?
Yeah, success could happen overnight.
But do you like, you know how they try to push it on to like if you started at McDonald's in high school, you could be that millionaire one day?
No.
But in reality, everyone just starts working at McDonald's when they're 15, 16, so you can't really use that as an example, you know?
I don't know. I feel like it's different pertaining to everyone's life because everybody has different goals and interests in life. And like, I feel like nowadays everybody's entrepreneurs. So you can literally be working at McDonald's right now or Subways right now and still have your little side hustle, you know, doing social media content and all that stuff. And that shit could be like, what is that thing they used to call? Like a one hit wonder. Like when someone drops a song and it like goes crazy. I feel like anything can blow up as long as you're sticking to it and that's what you actually have interest in pursuing.
Like to me, there's a post that says like this person didn't make $1 million till he was 40, and this person wasn't famous until he was 32, and this person didn't get the line from a movie that he won until he was like 28. And then when I hear those, because he worked at McDonald's till he was 28, or he worked at McDonald's till he was 32, I like those success stories. But when they say 30 years ago the man was working at McDonald's and the man is 46, at 16 he was working at McDonald's. He was a McDonald's worker, which every high school kid is working at McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? That's not a success story that I believe in until you're like, oh, the man was working at McDonald's till he's 30, and at 31, 32, he finally got the chance. You know what I'm saying? Or like these actors, like they'll be like, oh, these actors are homeless until they find, you know, the perfect show on Netflix or the perfect movie that finally changed their life. That makes sense because they went to LA. They or went to Atlanta, like you're in Atlanta, and they were homeless because they were going couch to couch and still doing. I have a friend that went to California, and he was like, "Yeah, man, you know, we all live off DoorDash and Uber Eats and Ubering, and we're just trying to make it and trying to make it in the acting world." And that makes sense, you know. When you tell me a success story like that, that's fire.
The actual hustle.
Yeah, the actual hustle. Not just, oh, you're an actor, you make $1 million, when all these actors clearly weren't making $1 million because of the actor strike that we were just having the other day.
What's that dude's name from that movie Jumanji? The actor. I forget his name.
The Rock?
No. The Jumanji movie, the guy with like the beard and the older guy. I forgot what his name is. I can't think.
Oh, Jack Black.
No, not Jack Black.
What Jumanji movie told? The Rock, Kevin Hart, Jack Black?
I don't know. We're gonna have to look it up after. But anyways, he started a few movies or whatever. He's an older actor, and most of the sets that he went on, he made sure that like the director hired 10 homeless people each movie he did. So like he was basically, you know, putting out
supporting.
Yeah, that was really nice.
The day one lifestyle.
I found that out last month. One of my recovery coaches.
You found that out last month and you don't know who the person you're talking about right now is?
No, I forgot his name.
What, they tell you stories like that?
Yeah, like we'd be bored and we could watch movies.
Oh.
And he was in a movie and then one of them just came out and was like, oh, you know, he like had 10 homeless people working on,
Listen, if your son cheated on his shorty, are you snitching?
Okay, I had this thing where it comes to like loyalty where it's like, say you're my partner or my family member or whatever. If you fuck up in front of other people, you fuck up in front of them, I'm not about to put you on blast because you're my peoples. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So when we go back home, I'm gonna tell you about yourself.
Okay.
And I'm gonna let you know that you done just fucked up. But I would not snitch on my son. I'm sorry, not
But as a
sorry.
woman, knowing that your little man's is a heartbreaker and about to start ruining these women's lives, are you gonna stop him at the curb, or are you gonna let him keep running the curb over?
I'm gonna tell him about himself when we get home.
That's not gonna help.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
not gonna
mama
embarrass
whoop
him
my
in front of
ass
these
because I
shorties.
cheated on a girl. All right, cheating on the next
I'm
shorty.
not gonna whip his ass either.
You
I'm
whip
just
his
tell
ass?
him. I'm gonna just
What am
tell
I gonna
him.
learn from that? I'm your son. What are you gonna tell me when I get home?
I'm like, listen, my nigga, you're bugging out. These girls do not need to be having their little heart broken. Then I'm gonna tell you, like, you know, something from my experience. You know, probably like with his father. Like, look at your father made me depressed because of the whoopty whoop, and he was doing this and all this stuff or whatever. See if he could learn from his father's mistakes. If not, depending on the age, then I'm gonna
Why do
start
you think
taking
his
away.
father gonna be a bad father?
I'm saying example. I'm not gonna have a bad baby daddy.
Okay.
That's why I still don't have no kids, because I'm not about to be like these other girls having messed up baby daddies.
And I'd be like, Mom, I'm still gonna go fuck other bitches then. If you don't want me to
Depending
fuck
the
with her,
age,
like.
then I'm gonna start, you know, restricting certain things, phone use, going out certain
For
places.
cheating?
Yes, so he could learn, and he's gonna have to start reading books about how not to cheat, so he could learn something. I don't know. I ain't a mother.
You're lying. You ain't doing that shit.
I ain't a mother.
You don't gotta be a mother. You just know you're not doing that. You ain't doing that.
I'll tell him about himself, like, bro, that's fucked up. But I don't know. Teach his learn. He's gonna learn how he learns. Maybe he's gonna get his heart broken right back. His
exactly.
karma comes full circle.
That's
so he's gonna learn.
You're not trying to find out why he's a heartbreaker and be like, oh, honey, what happened
What
to
if
you?
he's
Did
just
someone
bored?
break
What
your
if he
heart?
tells me he's just bored?
Ain't nobody
What
just
am I
bored.
supposed to say?
Either they copying something from a movie or a TV show that they're watching, or in 8th grade that white girl or shorty broke his heart for kissing someone else or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying?
So now he has trauma, and now he just wants to break
throughout high
everybody
school,
else's
just
heart.
breaking up everybody's hearts.
Well, then I'll show him. Well, not show him, but I'll like let him know, like, you know, everybody's different. Everybody has different personalities. You have to give everyone like an individual chance. You can't dwell on the past. And whoopie whoop. Nah.
I don't know. I'm not that either. You know what I'm saying?
I
just know you're lying. Cause I feel like if my son, or let's say if it's my daughter's breaking hearts, or my daughter's becoming a thought. You know what I'm saying? It might be time to put my foot down and be like, oh, you know, maybe if I'm a single father, I would understand because my wife is not around, like you were saying for that example. But if I'm in a happy marriage, I'm like, you know, why don't you want to be like me, mommy? You know, like. We're happy. We had 2 of you guys or 1 of you guys, and you know, one day you'll be married.
That's why I want to make sure that my children grow up inside a safe haven.
You just say you're gonna take his phone away and make him read books, which is gonna make him even more mad and hate women more.
That's if. But I don't know. I feel like in the heat of the moment, like when I eventually do have kids and stuff like that, my answer would be totally different. Just because I've been a mother for X amount of time. But right now, I'm just saying random shit at the top of my head because I don't know how to be a mother. I don't even know how to parent my little brother. He be doing his own thing.
How old is he?
He's about to be 17 next month, and he be doing his own
thing. That's a grown-ass man. He good.
He don't be acting like it.
He don't be acting like a grown-ass man?
He still think girls got cooties.
He's a virgin? Yes. No, don't be talking about your brother like that. What's wrong with you? You got me asking questions. My bad, bro. My bad. Do your thing, man. Girls got cooties.
I love you long time.
Don't have kids. You know, what about that? You know, how old are you?
24.
Exactly. You have another 7 years. 6, 7, 3, 7 years. 7 years.
I have this goal where I'm going to be my mom's last kid to have a kid. So, like...
You're going to be the last one to have a kid?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was trying to see if I worded that correctly. Because, like, all my siblings got kids.
My brother has the second one on the way, and I was like, oh, valid. Because the older one is, like, 3. And then in a couple years, he's going to be old enough to leave mommy and daddy, and then it's going to be me and my niece. Yeah. Just driving out, vibing out, you know?
I always said I wanted to be the drunk auntie forever, but, like, now I don't drink.
Sober auntie.
So, like, is that, like, does that sound cool? I'm the sober auntie.
Well, they don't know.
I'm the cool auntie.
The cool auntie doesn't have to be drunk. That's probably, like, the annoying auntie. The real auntie is the real auntie that, you know, buys gifts and remembers their birthday and calls them once a year. Well, more than once a year, but, like, calls them, you know, on special occasions and drives by and says what's up every once in a while, you know?
I want to start doing Sunday dinners. I feel like nobody does family shit anymore.
I talked about that before. This generation does not do family anything, or
That's crazy.
vacations, or holidays, or anything. Is it easier to find another devil when you're trying to get over another devil? Does that make sense?
Yeah. I was actually talking about this with my therapist earlier. I had a therapist meeting earlier, and I was literally saying, I'm like, so like, say per se now, like I don't drink, and when I used to drink a lot, I used to do it to like avoid my problems
Okay.
or like hide my pain or whatever. So I would like overly drink, and like now I'm like, okay, now I'm sober, and I'm like, okay, like this is a problem in my life right now. I'm going through this struggle, but I'm not about to sit here and like try to like fill the void with something that doesn't need to be filled when I can actually go through the motions and actually like work through the problem with like a sober mind and stuff. So I feel like trying to like fill the void or like going from one devil to another devil is just never the answer.
No.
Because you have to actually like fix the problem at its root instead of just like adding on, because then it's just going to be the same thing over and over but in a different aspect or like with different people and stuff.
So I'm at a journey where I'm like, if something comes to my mind, so I don't stress it the rest of the day, I'm just shooting. Like texting that person, hey, you bothered me doing this, or be like, hey, I'm cutting you off. Like I'm done with this. Like you're acting foolish, you're acting weird around me, and it's been working. I like it. I'm happy. But there's certain people in your life that are very important to you that you can't cut off, or there's certain things that's happened in your life that you can't forget. So it's like, can you like again, someone broke your heart. If someone broke your heart here last year, but you're still thinking about them a year later, is it easier to be distracted by someone else, or well, I said devil to devil, which means like you hate someone else, so you don't have to hate this person anymore, so you get your mind off this. But more of a distraction. Is it easier to be distracted? Because I like to like put in work. Like if I'm doing a podcast, like I just came from Connecticut and I came pick you up, podcast. Then I want to go to the gym. Then I'm gonna go to bed. So whatever the fuck I wanted to think about today, I'm not gonna think about because I'm fucking going to bed after everything I already did. Yesterday, I went to work and then it started snowing. So my boy's like, "Yo, let's go shovel for a few hours." I went to shovel for fucking like 8 hours, and I went to bed. So whatever I wanted to think about that was negative that day, I didn't think about it. I was like, "Yo, money, videos, content, money, content, gym, money, content." You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's a good thing because I'm gonna be burnt out in a month of doing that 24/7. But I am facing those little like stressful items and just shooting. Like if you bother me today, later I'm like, yo, like you did something that bothered me, like, and I don't want to think about it for the rest of the day. So just send you a text message. I don't hate you, but I just want to make
you're
sure you know.
You're getting it off of your chest, so you're not like holding it in.
So have you ever had that like feeling where you're like, and you just like you said, you don't want to avoid what you're doing, but like you need to process on just like telling somebody, hey, that was weird. Don't do that shit to me.
Yeah, I feel like even today, like for example, like my friend texted me and was like, "Oh, no love," but like she texts me like that a lot, like no love, instead of just saying like, "Hey, what's up? Like, what are you doing?" or whatever.
We did this fire.
And I'm like, "What?"
No love. That's what I'm trying to say.
No, like
you haven't shown me any love for a month, and I'm like, yo, no love.
That's annoying.
Like,
if you're getting text that every single day, I literally texted her. I'm like, girl, you're starting to like literally annoy me because like you could just literally just call me and say what's up and like we can hang out and stuff like that. You don't have to do all that petty ass no love bullshit because it's annoying.
So have you said that?
This is what I said to her today, and she was just like, well, my fault. I thought we used to just talk every single day and all this stuff, and now you're just being rude and we don't talk. And I'm like, girl, well, I'm going through my own things. I just got out. Like, I don't, like, I'm still adjusting, Yeah. And she just, like, wasn't understanding. And I was just like, I don't care. As long as I told her, maybe she won't do it again, because I got it off my chest. And I just went about my day, got ready for my appointment and just went through it.
Are you expecting her to do it again, or you feel like you
I feel like she's fun to do it again.
Oh, okay.
Just because, like...
So let's switch it up. So people that are not understanding, because I said I've been cutting people off lately for my own happiness. What about the non-understanding people? Are you cutting those people off?
I feel like I could only give them so many chances until I feel like I'm draining myself, trying to, explain myself, and they're just not even giving a shit or like an opportunity to try to understand me. So then at that point it's just like, all right, like we're better off, no beef, no nothing, but we're better off, separated, not being in contact, being friends and stuff like that, because you're pissing me off.
I have an app rule in my head that no one knows about, but like if you do something weird with me on Snapchat, I'll block you on Snap. And then you have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, MySpace, Snapchat. Well, I just blocked you on Snapchat.
Like, don't keep burning your
Like,
bridges.
yeah, burning your bridges. Like, you
Yeah.
have those options now to do whatever you want. So the story I always have is like, I broke up with my ex, and I had two of my best friends that always loved talking about my ex. So there was a point I was like, yo, stop mentioning her, I'm gonna block you.
Right.
Which if you're texting me, I'm gonna block your number. If you send it on Snapchat or you send me her Snapchat and I say, hey, this is the last time I'm gonna ask you, don't send me that shit again, I'm gonna block you. And after like 2 or 3 times saying it, everyone shut the fuck up and never bothered me again. And I was happy. I was like, I don't have to know what she's doing. I don't have to do. She don't have to know what I'm doing, and I'm living life. My friends aren't gonna. I mean, can do whatever she wants. If she wants to be toxic and find out what I'm doing in my life, by all means. But I'm happy because I don't have to see shit anymore. I can just think about the positive stuff in life.
Right.
So shoot that shot, not in the way of, getting a man, unless you like women, getting a woman. Shoot your shot at friends. But hey, stop that shit. Dead it.
Right, dead it right there. And
or
then if
I don't like this.
Yeah, and if they don't respect my wishes or whatever, then
do my app rule. Block them on Facebook. They got a chance on Instagram and Snapchat to redeem themselves. A couple months goes by and they do good. I'll block them.
I can never have a Snapchat again.
Yeah, that's in your poster. You said you didn't have Snapchat, but
yeah,
I didn't know.
I tried it on both phones. Like, I made a new one on both phones, and I'm like completely blocked for advertising my OnlyFans.
Yeah, they cleaned it off. No drugs, no OnlyFans.
Yep.
You can get on Twitter and Reddit.
And Twitter keeps taking off my posts too. I just posted a titty picture going like this with my titties, and they deleted it and said that I was crossing the guidelines. I'm like, bro, there's people fucking on Twitter. How? What?
That's weird.
I don't know.
Damn.
Maybe I need to put like different captions or like, I don't know. I need a social media expert. Something.
John, nice to meet you.
Hello.
We can work. In what situation would you allow your son to wear a dress?
When he's old enough to make his own decisions.
To wear a dress?
Yes. Or like in the house, I guess. I don't know. That's a tricky one. Because like I don't want to like make it seem like if I'm like homophobic or nothing. Like my mom's a lesbian. She's been married for over a decade and stuff. I don't have no problem with gay people or none of that. I just personally think like as a kid, they don't know much about like each sexuality, I guess, to like know like what they actually like. So I feel like me like, give them advice and, like turning like certain things into like knowledge conversations and like, just like, oh, like this is what straight people do, this is what gay people do, if you like men then this, like, you know what I mean, just kind of like start like shutting in like little things so that they aren't ignorant to it. Then I'll kind of just be like, oh, like if you want to wear a dress then that's cool, like I support you, so they don't feel like they have to like hide their feelings and emotions like to their parents and stuff. But I would be like, once you're 18, then you could completely change how you want to change. But until then,
I feel like back in the day I would have said absolutely not, just because that's like what the culture was. But like, people are so convincing these days. Like I'd be seeing, how like someone could be completely wrong, but they'll make a video of like, oh, this and that, and I'm like, yeah, they're right.
And yeah,
and I'm like,
everyone agrees.
And I see the 20 other posts that was wrong, and I was like, oh, yeah, no, she was wrong. What the fuck? But she got me in a few seconds. So I talked about this the other day, but there was a video of a kid that loves Elsa, and it was Halloween, and he wanted to dress up as Elsa, and he was like 4 years old, didn't know what it was. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, she's right. That's the favorite thing is Elsa. You're showing the kid Elsa, and then he wants to dress up as Elsa. I'm like, that makes sense. I didn't think anything of it. And I brought it up to some, machismo men, and they're like, nah, fuck that. I'll never let my kid wear it. Just fuck Elsa. They'll never wash Elsa. And I was like, oh. But like, at that age, they don't know what the hell's going on. And
they just think it's cool. Yeah. They're like interested in
Elsa's
it.
cool, you wear it. But the reason why I asked the question again is because I watched a video a couple days ago where a dad walked in and the kids were playing dress up and the teachers were allowing the kids to play dress up. And I was like, this situation is kind of fucked up because it's not their decision as a family. The teachers are allowing kids to do dress up when they're supposed to be learning their ABCs and shit. You know what I'm saying? But again, if all the kids are playing dress up, let's say it wasn't in a school situation and it was at your house and all the boys and kids in your house want to play dress up, that's what all the other kids in the house are doing, You're not going to be like, son, come to the house. You're not going to hang out with these motherfuckers anymore.
Yeah, because then that comes with like childhood trauma.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Dad never let me have fun. And then eventually they're going to start wearing dresses anyways. If that's the case. If you take it away from them.
They get more rebellious.
So what you said earlier about taking the phone away and making him read books for cheating, rebellious, he's gonna be cheating. You know what I'm saying? Which is what I'm telling you. That's not how it goes. You can find out where his heart
You
was
know what?
broken.
I'm gonna read a lot of parenting books before I even decide to pop a baby out this twat. Okay.
Oh,
Right.
okay. Lots of books. Lots of books. I like
Lots
books.
of books.
Are you creating boundaries to keep your loved ones around, or are you at the age of finally cutting people off? We just talked about that, but the boundaries part.
I feel like boundaries now, like I feel like my biggest boundary that I'm learning to like even like stay 10 toes on with is like not drinking right now. So like with all my friends, I'm like, oh, like I'm you know, I'm not in active addiction anymore, like, you know what I mean, like I don't like alcohol anymore, like, you know, I'm 3 months sober now and all this stuff, whatever. So now it's like me like being open and accepting to that and like actually adjusting it to all my friends, like, oh, hey, just throwing it out there, like I'm sober now, like just throwing it out there, you know what I mean? So like when I do go to hanging out with them and stuff like that, like, or
Just a
family
vibe,
members,
not
like
to
they
mention it.
automatically know. But then again, it's like I don't want people to think that they have to act different in front of me because I'm sober. Like I don't mind if you're sitting here drinking right now and getting turned. It's not gonna bother me because you know what I mean. I'm doing this for me, you know. So it's like that's like one big boundary. Like drugs, I don't want to be around at all. But like alcohol, it's such a like a convenient thing, like it's everywhere, like you know what I mean, there's liquor stores, there's bars, there's social drinking, there's everything with that. So it's like for that wise, like it's like I don't know, it really doesn't bother me, but like excessive like drinking in front of me is just like nah, like that's like a boundary that is just like all right, like I'm good.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean, like,
They're blacking out and you're just sitting there like, oh, no, this is not chilling. You're just
but I'll
acting
like
a fool.
instead of like cutting them off, well, I mean, I guess it is cutting them off, but I'll like remove myself from the equation. Like I'm good, you guys got that, like you know what I mean, like, and I'll just for my health and you know my sanity, I'm gonna just remove myself. And then if they try contacting me, it's like it's no love lost, but it's just like, you know, we kind of outgrew each other, we're not bonding the same way.
So on my creator journey in this room, these guys are partying up, and I'm talking about like Halloween house parties, St. Patty's house parties, and I'm over here making my videos and editing, and then there's people knocking that like are friends of mine just to come say hi. They're like, yo, where's John? Where's John? And I hear them say, where's John? But I'm not showing my face until they come up here and say, what's up? Like if you love me enough to come say hi, I respect that. But if you stay downstairs screaming, where's John? Knowing I'm upstairs and I sleep right upstairs, then I'm like, what the fuck? But for a year or so, I stayed in this room and let them party, and all my friends from high school were in here. And only a few of them came up and said, what's up to me for a few minutes and said, what's up, you know? And I'm like, okay, that's fine, by all means. But it happened in my own living space. And I was like, I don't go fuck. Just brush my shoulders, play my video games, watch my videos, whatever I did. But there was a point where you set those boundaries, and is it really worth it? You know what I'm saying? Like, I have someone really important in my life that is bipolar. And at least once a week or twice a week, I'll say, she's family now. She gives me a fucking headache where I'm like, I would cut this bitch off if she was just a friend. But she's now in the family.
Yeah.
And I can't do what I'm trying to do with everybody else. So, like, that's what I'm saying, where the boundaries at. I put my foot down a couple times where, like, yo, don't mention that person, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, she's a little slow and it still happens, you know? So, what about someone important in your life? Like you said, you wouldn't snitch on your family and friends. What if it's a family member that you can't really, like, oh, let's go our separate ways, but your brother lives right there and he likes to get drunk every weekend, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel like with that, it would be more like working on myself, honestly, and having more self-discipline, because it's something that I can't remove myself from. It's something that's like stuck there in my life. And it's like, I always say this saying, like, you're the only person you can't get rid of in life. So it's really like me knowing what I want in life and standing on it, like loving myself and just like, you know, just trying my best not to get distracted and avoid whatever negativity I can, whatever I can't avoid, you know, just try to find positive influences to like basically focus on instead. I don't know. It's kind of hard when you're kind of like stuck with it.
Yeah.
Like,
We're stuck with a few people in our lives that, you know, are not the best people in our lives.
I
but
keep my distance.
I feel like you can also learn, because you know how they say, like, get rid of your loser friends? I always change the subject, and I'm like, you kind of always want, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you have a loser friend that plays video games 24/7. But there's like one day you just need to get away to play video games. Or there's a loser friend that drinks every night. But once, every 6 months or once in a blue moon, you want to go get a drink.
Mm-hmm.
You won't have a friend to go get a drink with, which is probably a good thing, which you telling you not to get the drink.
Right.
But, if you need the drink, you go get the drink.
Mm-hmm.
If you need to smoke, you get to smoke. But it's just, I guess it's preference to other people, because I tried quitting drinking a few times, and I'm like, why am I not enjoying life? But then when I see people drinking every day, I'm like, they're not enjoying life.
Right.
But I'm drinking at times where, like I said, on my vacations at Miami and Vegas and LA, I'm going to get trashed over there, but I'm not enjoying the moment sober and experiencing everything and remembering everything, because that's the time I'm like, oh, I'm free. I'm finally away from all these people that I didn't want to be with, and I'm with the people I want to be with.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel comfortable. But I feel like I should just feel comfortable sober than just go get drunk.
That's what I'm kind of learning too. Like the difference, how I act, or like, how comfortable I am being drunk versus how I am sober and stuff like that. So it's like now, like me, like even for example, like this is the first podcast I've ever done sober.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Every other podcast I've done, I've been shit-faced and like, drinking during the whole podcast and stuff like that. So I feel like it's more like a chance to give myself to like grow as a person, because I don't know, there's beautiful things in life, and it's way better to remember them than have blinks in your stories.
Mm-hmm.
So it's different. It's a process, learning process.
How you feeling?
I feel amazing.
Oh, nice.
How you feeling?
I feel great. I'm tired. Really tired. I had to pour some water on my head on my right here, and I was like, work, money, gym.
I need to go back to the gym because, I gained a couple pounds. I feel like I still look good, but I got a little chunky chunk right
People
here.
like that shit.
I need to get rid of.
I talk about that all the time. People like that shit.
They do, but like it's my preference on my body.
Oh, 100%.
You feel me? So
Yeah.
it's like, it's different. I need to get back in the gym. I think I have, Crunch Fitness sent me to the collections office because I tried canceling my membership.
Collections office?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I tried canceling my membership and they kept saying that I wasn't paying it. And I'm like, I've been calling trying to cancel it and they won't let me cancel it.
I just canceled mine this week.
Oh, gee. I'm glad it worked so perfect for you because mine's wasn't. I don't know if it was some Georgia shit or like what the hell.
Well, you have to be locked in for like a year because you signed the contract.
Oh.
How long were you in there for? You can't do like 2 months. Yeah.
4 months.
You have to pay the rest of the 6 months.
Yeah, because I ended up moving to my apartment and it had a gym inside. So I was like, oh, I don't need the membership. That's probably why.
I moved once beforehand. I'm like, hey, I'm moving out of state. I need to cancel this. And they're like, okay, cool. And then I just recently, I was there for like a year and some change. And they're like, oh, yeah. I was like, I got no time to be doing your 9 p.m. closings. I need a 24-hour gym. And they just accepted it.
Interesting.
I just paid my last month.
I still got Planet Fitness. I like tanning and then working out.
You had Crunch and Planet Fitness at the same time?
No, I have Planet Fitness now.
Oh.
Crunch was
Okay.
some last year bullshit with the collections office trying to mess up my credit. What gym messes up your credit?
Crunch Fitness, when you have a signed contract that you don't read in between the lines.
I don't read in between the lines ever.
You just check the boxes and say, yeah.
You know what I was thinking about the other day too? How I did Blue Girls Club.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I signed the contract, but I was fucking shit-faced when I signed that contract. I'm like, I don't even remember anything that it said. I'm like, what if one day I become like rich and famous and like Blueface comes out of nowhere and he's like, oh, well, you signed this contract, so you owe me X percentage amount of your earnings and shit.
You didn't have someone read over the contract?
No, I just got off the flight. We was already shit-faced on the party bus. Then once we got to the mansion, we got inside the party bus, got shit-faced, went to Walmart, bought all our stuff, and then went to the mansion. Everybody was like running, getting their rooms and shit like that. And like security was like pulling us randomly to like do the contracts. And like we had to take a picture with our RD. And now I'd be thinking, like, what if one day, like...
Before you signed contracts, they flew you out and had you set up already, and then had you right before everything happened, room by room, sign contracts.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah.
Not like, hey, sign this contract so you can be on the show and guarantee that you're going to be here on this date.
I was already, like, 2 bottles of tequila in.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
He was like,
and that was the
I own
second show
100%.
I just filmed another show in Miami, and I did the same exact shit.
Well, some of it is just like you can't tell them to take the video down, or you can't sue us if something
Or like
happens.
say certain things, like expose certain things.
Did you
or
lose
whatever.
anything out of there, or benefit out anything out of it?
I feel like when I did Blue Girls Club, I was like young and like naive, and I was just like, oh my god, a rapper! Oh my god, money! Oh my god, LA! Oh my god, a mansion! But when I filmed in Miami, it was like a love show. It was like 20 girls versus like one guy's love or whatever. We filmed for like a month and then did the season finale in Puerto Rico, and that shit was a lot of drama. But I feel like I grew as a person with that show because dealing with a whole bunch of bitches fighting for one man's love is not fun. And I ended up winning the TV show, but then it's like the production team ended up losing all the footage, or I guess the guy didn't pay the production team. I don't know, but the show, like,
It's
all
not
the
going
footage
out?
got fucked up. Yeah, so there's like clips and shit, but there's
Yeah.
no real, like, it never, like, the whole season never got dropped. It's some crazy shit.
How
And I
recent
got
was
this
that?
shit tatted for that shit, and I want to get this shit covered up.
Who's that? The guy?
The guy, it was like for the love of AP. Terrible. So this is a,
You have the blue face tattoo, right?
yeah, my ass.
Is that covered up, or you kept it?
No, I kept it.
Oh,
I wanted Blueface to blow my back out with my tattoo.
did that happen? I can't talk about that.
The world may never know.
Sign contracts. NDAs. Sign NDAs.
I was just about to
You need
say
sign
that,
contracts.
NDAs.
NDAs, or you can't mention shit. Yeah, I don't touch any of the women on the show.
That shit was wreck.
Talking about relationships and dating shows, apparently, with tattoos and confirmation that you don't love the man, but you still got tatted anyways.
Yeah.
Can I get a
I
tattoo?
have my ex's name tatted, but I covered it up.
What
Now
was
it's
it?
like feather.
It was just like a small name,
Yeah.
like initials or
It
something,
said Sean really big.
and then you covered up with a feather.
Yeah, because he kept breaking my heart. I still love him though. Free that man.
The feather means what's the feather do?
The
Oh, you covered it because he broke your heart.
yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant the feather resembles him breaking your heart.
No. I just needed something to cover it.
Okay. Would you leave a 6-year relationship because the man never took you out on a date and always was working?
No. I feel like we would need to discuss something and, like, you know, figure something out. Like, hey, baby, if you get vacation time, you know, we need to spend some quality time together and
What if
stuff.
it's entrepreneur working, like 24/7 at the crib,
I would
buy, sell, trade?
not even get inside a relationship if I wasn't comfortable with that. Like, you know what I mean? I know what I'm getting myself into. Once I got involved, I knew that that was his interest. That's what he does 24/7. So it would definitely be something that I would be supportive about. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, and you know,
Would you be able to support someone like that?
yeah. Because I'll be on the same type of timing.
Now or before?
Now. Before? No. Before, hell no. Before, I was like, I need attention. I was so immature in my past relationships. Like, now I'd be thinking about it. I'm like, yo, why was I acting crazy about
What's
that
attention
shit?
to you? Because attention, you know, it could be attention in capital letters or just attention like, hey, just text me once a day, you know?
I would say, like, attention as in just, like, communicating. Like, you don't have to text me 24/7. I don't even like that because I don't even be on my phone 24/7. But, you know, like, oh, like, hey, how's your day going? Like, you know, if we're not, like, together or whatever. Like, you know, a little, just let me know that you're thinking about me type thing, you know? And then, like, little small gestures here and there. Like, oh, here's some flowers. Oh, like, you know.
What do you do for the man?
I be giving massages. I give good head. I be cooking and cleaning. I could take a nigga out on a date.
You take men out on dates?
Yeah.
I'm surprised you don't have a ring on it yet.
This ring that I have right here
What does it?
is to love myself.
You
And
bought
then
that
I
for
have
yourself?
the FU finger with a heart to say fuck love.
Oh, so you don't want the ring on the finger?
No, not yet. Mm-mm.
Don't you think you get into a certain age where you might not find love?
Yeah, then I'm gonna be one of them fucking crazy old cat ladies.
Cougar?
Mm.
Would you go for that?
I don't know. I could be a sugar mama.
You don't mind?
No.
Oh, well, you have nice young boys, you know what I'm saying?
I've always had commitment issues, so as long as there's an agreement and there's no Attachments and none of that.
Age don't matter?
Straight. No, yeah, age didn't matter.
Age does matter?
Yeah. Sorry.
You just said you could be a cougar.
Depending.
As like you don't like old men, or you just
like,
said you would be a cougar.
I would be a cougar, like.
So like you're 30, he's 21.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
That's not like a drastic, like.
9 years, not there.
No.
9 years is long. That's a lot of years.
I've always dated older men, so.
9 years older?
Yeah.
You dated 33-year-olds?
Yeah.
Okay.
My ex actually just turned 33, like a month into our fucked up relationship. Mm-hmm. Never date a barber.
Wow. Does that work for men or for women that are barbers? Oh, you! You're talking about you?
No.
Oh.
Like, he was a barber.
Oh.
But I'm a barber too, so like, yeah, we ain't shit.
How do you say never date a barber if we're cutting men's hair? But if you were cutting men's hair, I wouldn't date a barber. You know what I'm saying?
So you wouldn't date a female barber?
No.
Why?
Because then you're cutting men's hair.
So? It's a business.
Yeah, but I'm saying like, if I was like a hairstylist and I was cutting... So that
means you're insecure.
No, I'm not insecure. I'm just saying if you're with men 24/7 and you're, you know...
I'm one of the bros.
No. I don't want,
Yes.
I don't want to be none of the bros. You can be mine and that's it.
I don't know. It's different because at my school, it's me and another girl. We're the only two female barbers. And then the rest is all boys.
Does she look good?
Yeah.
She's not a
my
dyke?
Russian little white girl.
She's not a dyke?
Mm-mm. Well, there's like 3 other dykes looking like the Orange is the New Black cast members.
Oh.
But, you know, we're not...
You don't count them as women?
No, because they act like real niggas. One of them just got out the feds and everything. Like, they tough. They really, really buff. But I don't date my clients. So...
You don't have to date your clients. You can
actually,
still fuck
one of my
your
clients
clients.
bought me flowers before.
You can still let him hit. You don't have to date him.
No.
Which is funny.
I wouldn't let a client hit because I want that consistent money. I don't want that just one day money. Just, you know, I cut his hair, I get the money, and then I let him hit. What if he just don't be booking me no more to cut his hair, and then I just lose out on money?
What if he falls in love and then he takes care of you and says you don't have to work ever again in your life?
Then we would have to meet in a different environment, not in my business, my place of work.
I'm a businessman that makes millions of dollars and need a fresh haircut, and I'm like, oh look.
So ask me out on a date and let me get to like know you.
Before the haircut? And then you start giving me haircuts?
Wait. No. I don't know, either or. If we vibe, we vibe.
You want someone to ask you out on a date and then you'll give them haircuts after?
No. I mean, that could happen. Like, say, like, we go on a date. Like, I go on a date with a random guy and, like, he needs a barber. And I'm like, hey, yeah, sure. Like, I'll cut your hair. But then I would have to keep that boundary. Like, we're not dating no more because now you're a client.
Mm. So the question was, would you like to be flat out taken out on a date? Or let's hang out sometime?
If we're hanging out sometimes, then I'm gonna friend zone you.
Why?
Because you never gave me that confident approach and told me what you want. You could have just been like, let me take you out to eat, blah, blah. My intention is I want to fuck after, blah, blah, blah. Tell me straight the fuck up so I could actually decide what it is I want from this.
Do women really want to know straight up?
I don't know about other women, but I do.
What if he's like, let's say your attractive meter is here, and he's like 1 inch down here, but you just need to meet him and, you know, maybe fall in love to give him a few more points. But he just wants to hang out, and you're like, damn, like he's kind of cute, but hanging out is not the one right now.
I feel like, you know, I could give anybody a chance to hang out. Anybody could vibe out and stuff like that, but there's boundaries. I'm not gonna just fuck just because we're hanging out, or I'm not gonna fuck just because you took me to fucking wine and dine. It's not.
A lot of girls do that.
But it's not an obligation. Like, you don't have to fuck after a date.
So my question of the year is, fucking on the first date. For women, looking at a man, what do you think about that individual?
What, if a guy fucks on the first date?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's normal.
You're just fucking random bitches on the first date.
It's normal, but eventually I'm gonna be like, damn, my nigga, like, do you like check yourself? Like, do you strap up? Like, It's getting a bit excessive now.
But would you see that man and be like, oh, maybe I'm next, or maybe I can be
Fuck
wifey?
no.
That's what I'm trying to find
Fuck
out.
no.
Like, what do you? Would you approach that man after knowing everybody else in the room, took their
No.
turns and you're next up?
No.
Yeehaw,
No. I'm saying no now, but I've done it before. But like no. Now
So
no.
what about women that fuck on the first night?
I feel like it's the same as guys. Like, to each its own. If you feeling like your coochie wants to, get piped down and shit, then that's to each its own.
Why can't your coochie get piped down by the same man for a few months? You know what I'm saying? Just not.
But do people really do that nowadays?
Yeah, people are still in relationships. I'm
And
praying,
they cheat.
hoping. Listen, what we see on social media, and this is what people don't understand, is
It's
false.
fabricated.
A false
It's
narrative,
fabricated.
okay?
They're not really.
I forgot who I
loyal.
was talking to, but someone said something in that category. I'm like, 90% of men right now are working 2-3 jobs and supporting for their 3-4 kids that they've had happy with their wives. We're just a small percentage.
The family could still be happy, but that doesn't mean the guy's loyal. Because I got a few husbands that look like their family's fantastic on Instagram and TikTok that be in my DM saying I'm pretty, and be on my OnlyFans.
He's just looking, Looking is okay, men. Men can look. Men can like. Okay, men can send some tips.
It's a different story if they're looking.
Men can watch.
But like to go out your way and spend $20 to subscribe to my OnlyFans while you're married.
Send the 20.
You're cheating.
Gotta beat your meat sometimes. You don't feel special that he chose you and not
because he didn't
free?
give me the ring. He chose her, not me. I'm just a little side hoe.
Just through the screen? That's how you feel through the screen? Why do you say like that? What'd you say?
Yeah.
You're just my side piece that I'm looking at through the screen because I'm married with someone else?
I'm not his side piece. I'm just in that category, though, because I'm not the wife. So I'm just like some little hoe on Instagram that shakes her ass and shows her titties.
That we can watch, but we can't touch.
Are you married?
No.
Exactly. So you can't speak for these married men that
I'm gonna be a married man looking at ass and titties and be like, "Oh, you show, hey babe, look, I paid $20 for this. Shit's fire."
Some men wouldn't do that because their wife will whack them right there.
Yeah, that's whack sex and a whack life. You gotta be open and watch videos and experiment.
What is that thing called when like the married couple goes and like fucks other people?
Arrangement.
Something like that. There's like a particular word for it though.
I know you're talking about open relationship, but you're talking about
like there's literally websites that married couples go on and they hire people to come and fuck their significant
other.
other.
You're talking about that. Okay, yeah. No, I don't know what that's called.
So you said that it would be boring if the girl didn't look at the pictures with you or like all that. So would it be boring if you was with a girl and you guys like hired other people to join in?
Well, in person, I wouldn't do the in person thing. I'm just saying, like, looking at what you do and your movement and be like, hey, baby, you should try that tonight. That's cool.
You don't think girls would get like jealous? Like, damn, like
I
you're
feel
telling
you
me to be like that girl, but you got me right here.
I'm not trying to tell you to look like that girl. I'm trying to tell you, hey, this movement, one little knee kick to the right, a little bit more wider would, You so see this guy busting. You want me to bust like that?
No, because what if a girl went up to you and was like, oh, babe, like, why don't you wear these gray sweatpants? Because I seen another nigga's dick that looks so big in these gray sweatpants. So you put these
buy me the gray sweatpants.
Oh, hey.
That's not fire?
No, because why are you comparing me to another person?
No, it's like men look good in these gray sweatpants, baby. I'll buy you 10 of them. I said, okay, cool. Thank you so much. I love you so much, baby.
To each his own.
I'm just saying.
If my man tells me to shake my ass this way because he's showing me a video of another girl shaking his ass, then I'm going to automatically assume in my toxic mind that you're just looking at another girl because you're attracted to her and my ass is just not good enough for you anymore.
Let me put it this way. If I said, babe, shake that fat ass like that fat ass, now I'm talking about the fat ass. But if you're shaking ass down on your knees, and I've never seen my girl shake her ass down on her knees, and I'm like, babe, if you were in this position, that ass would look fire,
No, I feel like you have to approach it a different way.
What?
Be like, babe, have you ever, like, put your hands on your knees and twerk like that? Or, like, did you ever get down on the floor and twerk like that?
Yeah, but then she didn't ask where I got that from. I might as well just be like, hey, babe, this video right here.
Now, see, like, my toxic mind would be like, so why is that even on your For You page?
You've never been in a relationship and sent each other, like, sex videos?
No, like them fucking other people.
No, not. Oh, what,
Oh,
what
I
the
was about to
fuck?
say. I was about to
Why
say.
the
I was
fuck
like,
would you want to see that?
hell
No, like you scroll on Twitter, like you said, whatever. Back in the day, I guess Twitter doesn't work anymore. But back in the day, you scroll on Twitter and Shorty's on a fucking pole, 360 spinning, and you're like, oh shit, babe, we should get the fucking pole and try that, you know? Bing, send it to DMs.
That would be cool, but I feel like I've never been locked in with a nigga to be so comfortable to do.
See, that's what it is. I was gonna say, I felt like with time,
Yeah.
you know, you guys fuck 6, 8, 9, 10, 11 months, and then, you know, you're doing the same 3 positions, but you see a position that, you know, you could do, she could do.
Yeah.
Might sweat a little bit more, but hey, babe, let's sweat one night, you know what I'm saying? Slide to the DMs, send you the video.
That would be cool. But, nah, I've never been locked in with a guy like that before, so it's, nah.
Maybe I'm just a relationship man.
I want to be a relationship girl. It's just don't be working out for me.
Show me your fingers and the fingers, the middle fingers and the tattoos.
It's because I don't get love, so fuck love.
You know, what you say repeatedly, it will actually come true.
Okay, so let me manifest. I'm a love and be loved all 2024.
And spread love and love that person too.
Yeah.
That's the second part, you know. If someone loves you, you know,
I said
get
love.
away from me, bro.
I said love and be loved.
Okay, love and be loved.
Love and be loved.
The second part of that question was homie hopping. At what level is homie hopping disrespectful? Or pass to the bros. It's okay. That wasn't my girl. Or man.
Let's just say, for example, for a little particular football team that are your acquaintances, I ended up, when they first became a team or whatever, I ended up smashing one of the dudes. And then, like, when the season was off, he went back home, like, obviously to his life. And, like, he had a girl the whole time. The girl was, like, hitting me up, bugging out on me and shit like that. So then the next season, like, he didn't come back and someone else did. So I started smashing them. But then
Does that count?
He was messing around with other girls while we was smashing. So then I smashed one of the other team players. But
Wait, from the second guy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I smashed three people.
Yeah, but the other one didn't come home, so I don't think that one counts. So the second one, so from the second one is the first one. So the first one, he was messing around, so you messed around with the same teammates.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but like they weren't close. Like obviously they're close because they're teammates, but they weren't like, you know, like right hand man type shit. Like they would like when they would have parties, it would be like 2 different parties.
Okay.
It wouldn't be like
apartments or whatever.
Yeah. And nobody ever knew about the second one that I just like smashed like as a one night stand or whatever because it wasn't anything major. It was just, you know, we was all drunk and wanted to have fun. And a few months later, the one that I was like starting to get locked in with, but like we was still messing around with other people, he found out and he got all jealous and got all pissed off. So it was like,
does he have the right to be jealous and pissed off?
No, because he was doing his own thing too.
Did you put your foot down and said you can't do your own thing? This is official?
No.
Or you guys were both on the same page that you can do?
Well, I guess we weren't on any type of same page because we never adjusted that we was going to take each other serious or we wasn't going to take each other serious. It was just that we was fucking a lot and seeing each other, but we had a open relationship.
You knew he was messing around because he was messing around with your friends or around the block you just knew another group of girls?
I call him lacking at Whiskey's on Main.
Okay. What, another shorty?
Yeah.
Oh. Doesn't mean that he's popping the shorty.
It was the girl that he was fucking from the season before, but I was fucking with the other dude.
Okay.
My dude didn't come back, but he came back, and that was the same girl. You feel me? But then now me and him was fucking around, and then it was messy. So I don't condone
homie hopping.
I don't condone homie hopping because it gets messy, and everything comes to light.
I seen a video of a man at a wedding, and he was like, you know, he was the best man. He goes, just letting you know that he always had his eyes on her, even when we were dating. And it was the best man who said that about the best friend and the girl that got married. Because they were dating first, and he always had his eye on her.
See, that's messy. Like, you cannot be my best friend, and I'm marrying a boy, and you're my best friend, and you know what my nigga's dick and balls look like.
That's what I'm saying. I said the same thing.
Fuck no.
Does that work for us? Can we say that? I don't.
Yeah, guys can say that.
I don't think we could say that, but
You can't
if
word it like
another
that, but,
man
like,
seen my girl's ass and titties, I don't want to be with her
yeah, like that's
in the
just
nicest way possible.
that's just cold on like 100%. Because it's like me and my homegirls, it's fucking Worcester. We do have mutual bodies, you know what I mean? But it's like,
You never cared about those people though.
yeah,
Or
like
you
you know what
did.
I mean? Like with my ex, he probably like fucked like the whole Worcester. So all of my friends fucked my ex before, you know what I mean?
And you're still friends.
But we became friends after me and him broke
Oh,
up.
okay.
And then I found out like, you know, everybody fucked my man. So, you know, he wasn't my man anymore. So it really didn't matter to me. But I feel like now, like if me and him were to get back together, I'm like, bro, no, like everybody I hang out with knows what the hell you look like. Like I'm good. You're ran through. Like the whole team of girls got you. So no. I feel like when you get ran through, you lose value. And it's not attractive.
Even as men?
Yeah. Guys could say that about me too. I got a couple bodies. I don't care.
A couple means two, but
I got a few.
I'm not an ass.
I could juggle.
A juggle is still like a handful of juggle. I could juggle. I got a couple, but
anyways,
I'm just saying. I'm not an ass. You mentioned it. But someone the other day told me like, if we're like best friends, but you fucked with somebody like in 8th grade and it wasn't something serious, do you still have the leverage to like swoop in and swipe that?
8th grade doesn't even count. I feel like once you start fucking, like if you fucked, then no. But if they never fucked,
what if you never fucked, but you were in the fucking stage, but you just never fucked? But you guys did date. You guys didn't fuck in that 6 months.
No, because you guys still had that attraction and everything together. And I feel like feelings do die, but like to a certain extent. Because like right now, like I wouldn't be able to like be with a new guy and go on a double date with my ex and his new girl type thing. Like it'll just be weird. Like, you know what I mean? Like you was my best friend at one point because we was together and stuff, but like that's it. Like if we're not together, then we ain't cool like that. We ain't comfortable like that. So I wouldn't even be able to do that with one of my homegirls or one of my exes or like none of that. You know what I mean? Like it's just, there's boundaries. If y'all want to act weird and do that, y'all do that on your own time, but do not include me.
This one, if you want to get deep with it, you can get deep with it. If not, we can skip it. It's nothing serious. Nothing that serious. It's just someone told me the other day, why do we have to be thick-skinned? As in, like, why do we have to deal with all this bullshit that we were talking about earlier? Because we've been through it, we've matured, we've seen it, we've experienced it, so we let it slide and we think it's cool. When in reality, we could just all let it go. What's your explanation of being thick-skinned? Like, people don't drop their walls.
I feel like it's unhealthy if you're like 100% thick skin and like you just don't allow anybody in or don't allow yourself to be loved. Just because like you have all these walls up and all these boundaries that you don't allow yourself to get the chance to ever experience like pure joy or like happiness and love and stuff like that because you're so like locked in with yourself that it's not healthy. But I feel like having certain type of like, you know, thick skin, depending on the situation or whatever, is good because you also know your worth and you're protecting yourself from the bullshit. But it's like to a certain extent, you can't dwell on the past and like have the past define your future. Like you got hurt this many times in the past, so now you just, like, you know, fuck everything else. Like I don't want nobody to even like know the real me and stuff like that. Then that's like you're just holding yourself back, and it's just not healthy because there's way more to experience in life.
So, you know how they say like once you finish high school, you don't have the thousands of friends that you had that you seen every single day because we're not really communicating with thousands of people every single day and seeing them 5 days out of the week. I knew that leaving high school right away that I wouldn't have my thousands of friends, being the cool guy, knowing everybody. So when I was like 19, 20, I put in my mind like, yo, let me back up. Let me let these guys all flow and, you know, out of my life. And it was up to a point where like I wouldn't even say I love you to people. And there was one person, and she's still in my life, mad annoying, that's still in my life who kind of like wrote the script for me and kind of changed my mind on it. But it's one out of the thousand that I knew wasn't gonna be there. And I told her because she kept crying once this person left her and that person left her and that person left her. And I was like, I prepared myself early to be a lonely man. And thank God I'm not a lonely man right now because I could be in my 1-bedroom apartment and not talk to anybody in my city ever again and just be, maybe my family, maybe not. But I'm not. I live with my boys from high school. You know what I'm saying? They all went out for my birthday last week. So I'm still locked in. I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
But I prepared myself for the day that I spend my birthday alone,
Yeah.
So she was the one that asked me, why do I have to be so thick-skinned? And I feel like I just wanted to prepare myself so I'm not heartbroken at 24 that I have no friends.
I feel like that comes with like expectations as well. Like I never set expectations to any type of relationship, friendship, anything with that because I feel like people wake up different every morning, and you never know what to expect. And I don't want to set myself up for failure expecting someone to love me for the rest of their life when, things change, you meet new people, you experience new things, like your feelings could change, your mindset could change at any moment. So I feel like if you like try to understand everybody individually, then it's like you wouldn't be setting yourself up for failure in that per se. And it's like, I guess like, yeah, like mentally preparing yourself to like be alone, like you said, like that is a good thing to like, work on, but it's not certain that you're going to be alone forever either,
But
that's
if
what
you
I'm
are
saying.
alone forever, you could
You're
cry.
okay with
You could
it.
cry when you're 40 by
Yeah.
yourself, or you prepare yourself when you're 40, and at 40 you just you're a king. I feel like I'm a king right now. I'm living life. I'm happy. I'm making money. I feel like I can do whatever the fuck I want right now. But because I prepared myself so early, I don't have that much love to give. So I don't feel like I'm ever gonna find love in general. And we're in a generation where we're pushing that these divorce rates are going up, and we're pushing that one day you can change your mind, like you said, that no one wants to get married or get into fucking relationships or serious relationships. So I'm on that point where someone asked me the other day for the final millionth time, when am I gonna have a kid? And I was like, honestly, when I was younger, I wanted to be the person to have an 18-year-old, 19-year-old, like have a kid at that age, and grow old and have kids and be old enough to play with them and shit like that. And now I'm at the point where I'm like, I might not have any kids or get in another relationship ever again in my life because I fucking hate women. No offense, I love you, women.
Wow.
I just hate women. Like I don't care.
You should have told me that before I came here.
I just don't care. You know what I'm saying? I don't care to buy a ring. I don't care to buy a house. I don't care to start a family. I don't care to.
But that's what I'm saying. Like you never know what the future holds.
Yeah.
So
I'm waiting for you, baby. I'm just right
it
now.
Can happen.
Like I've had people in my messages where I know if I decided to go on a date, I can make it happen. I'm deciding not to go on a date. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like even like let's go grab food. I'm deciding not to do that, so nothing does spark out of that. That's
so
that's
you're
where I'm
just
at.
like completely avoiding
Completely avoiding the one-on-one. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I feel like for me right now, this is the most single I've ever been in my life. Like no side niggas, no side hoes, no none of that, no fuck buddy, none of that. This is the most single and like celibate I've been in my entire life. Like and it's definitely different, but it's also giving me opportunity to like be okay with being alone and stuff like that. Because before it was just like, oh my god, I need to be in a relationship. Oh my god, I need a guy by my side. Like you know what I mean? I need someone I can rely on and all this stuff, whatever. So like now that I'm like completely like out of the loop with all that relationship and stuff like that, like it's given me the opportunity to be independent again and loving myself for who I am without having a partner. So like it's kind of good to know, like I guess to know yourself and how you react being in a relationship and how you react being alone. And I feel like it's really healthy to work on both, like you know what I mean, like for you, like don't like completely execute it out your life, because you never know what the future holds. And then maybe you might just find some girl eventually that you just like randomly like spark a feeling with, because you know how that is, like it could just randomly happen whenever, and you could just be like blocking your blessing because you're so focused on nah, I don't want no sparks to fly.
I don't want no sparks to fly. I'm at the point where like all the friends or potential women in my life, I'm already friend zoned them, in the sense like if I do hang out with them, I know for a fact I'm not hanging out with them to get some ass. I'm just hanging like someone dead ass thanked me the other day. It was like, thank you for being my friend for how like a decade plus and not thinking about my pussy. I'm like, oh, wow, I think that's the first person that ever said that to me, and I never thought about it that way. I was like, do you think guys and girls can be best friends
I do think so. Me,
without having any history? No kiss, no
yeah,
ass, no eating.
yeah.
No...
Me and my guy best friend, I'm his daughter's godmom. Like I grew up with his baby mom, and then I went to high school with him. So like I'm close with both of them. But my guy best friend, me and him never ever even like we've had sleepovers. Like we lived together before. He knows my whole family. I know his whole family and stuff like that. Me and him are still locked in to this day, and like I've never seen him like it's more like a like annoying brother type thing, like best friend vibe. And we tell each other everything. Like it's no awkward moments. It's not like we're not in love with each other. You know what I mean? Like it's like I love my bro, and that's that. So I feel like it is possible, but I feel like if there's any type of attraction at any point in your best friend relationship, then I don't know, a little bit tequila might just spark a little something that, like, so it really depends on how much self control, I guess, each individual has or the interest, really.
Would you have your guy best friend next to you at your wedding with all your girls, whatever that's just called?
Yeah.
Your bridesmaids?
Yeah. Or I'll convince, like, well, he wouldn't be a bridesmaid because he's not going to.
There was a video the other day that the
like,
girl had her boy best friend as a bridesmaid, and the guy had his girl best friend as a bridesman.
That's dope. That's dope. I would do that. Or I would I would only do that in the sense if I ended up building a relationship and a bond with his girl best friend, and he ended up building a relationship bond with my guy best friend, and we was all able to like hang out, and it's like no weird energy or no weird vibes. But I would have to feel that out for a little while.
Would you
then
have to get your man's approval to get your best friend as a bridesmaid?
I feel like it's not. I don't know. Me personally, I don't need anybody's approval for shit. Oh. But if that's someone I'm gonna marry and it's gonna be my partner for the for the rest of my life and stuff like that, then it's something that I would be comfortable with, like getting his opinion and how he feels, on the situation, and just so I'm not overstepping his boundaries or whatever and making him feel uncomfortable at his own wedding, So it's definitely something that would be discussed. Viewers' discretion, I guess. But if he wants his girl best friend, then my guy best friend's coming too. And it's just that simple.
I like that.
Period.
How long have you guys been guy best friends?
Huh?
How long have you guys been guy best friends?
Guy best friends? I'm not a guy.
Guy, girl best friends?
Guy, girl. Since freshman year? No, sophomore year. How many years is that?
We were 14 freshman year. 15, 16 years. Sophomore.
10 years? 9 years?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice.
I suck at math. I need to go back to school.
Do you want to go back to school?
I was actually thinking about going back for computer science once I finish getting my barber license.
What do you do with that?
I don't know. I want to be a hacker. It's pretty cool. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
So I want to go into computer science. It looks so cool.
Do you have any questions?
Do you know anybody from the black market?
Wait, is that a serious question? Are you going with the hacker vibes? No. What if I did? And said yes.
Took me out.
Would you pursue it?
Yeah.
Today?
Yeah. Like right now.
That's how interested you are in it?
I'm not that interested in it.
I'll find you somebody. I'll take care of you.
Word.
Ready for the next one?
Yeah.
This one's like an educational one if you want to bring it to educational vibes. But you know how we're called African American, Mexican American, but white people are only called Americans? Why do we have to add the American part? If I'm Mexican, I want to just be Mexican. If I'm African, I just want to be African.
Because we're not. Basically, our ancestors are not from America. They're from Mexico or wherever, or Africa, and then they migrated to America. So now you're both.
So do you feel appreciated when you say you're an American? Like you want to be an American? I say I'm American.
I tell people I'm American too.
Like when they like you speak Spanish, I'm like, no, I'm American.
I say the same thing, and my mom gets pissed off because she's like, Juneta, you're fucking Puerto Rican and da and all this stuff, whatever. And I'm just like, yeah, but I speak English and I was born in America.
Because there's like, you know, generation Americans. Are you first generation? I'm a first generation. Yeah. And now there's people fighting against being African American and taking off the American part because the American part makes us categorized in a group that we're not allowed to supposed to be in or something like that. Which we're fighting for everything in this generation. We can't let anything just fucking be how it will be the last 28 years of my life. Now you guys confuse the fuck out of me. So
now, like, what am I really?
I am American. The name is Domingo John. If you ask me if I speak Spanish, I am American. I am very happy to say I am American. Yeah. But I got into an argument because I forgot what the post was, but it was something like that. And I said, we have generations of family members that only know the American culture, where you can't connect and with the culture from Mexico. You can't connect with the culture from Africa. You can't connect with the culture from all these other countries that you've never fucking been to. Yeah. Some people don't even have the money to be there. Their grandma, their great-grandma, their great-great-great-great-grandmas are all from fucking America. You know what I'm saying? They've been here for generations. And then now we're trying to fight for taking the American word out when this is America. Like, we are American culture. That's who we are. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like, we're in America.
Embrace it, take it, and shut the fuck up.
And if you're an American, just say you're an American. It's all right. Nobody's going to kill you.
Nobody's going to kill you guys. You heard?
Yeah, because even when I go to Puerto Rico to visit, and I'm Puerto Rican, because my mom and dad were born in San Juan, Puerto Rico. That doesn't mean I know Spanish and I know everything about the culture and stuff like that, because I was born in America, in Worcester, Massachusetts, and this is what I know.
How old are you again?
24.
What would you spend a whole paycheck on today? Has to be an item that you use every day, not just like Beyonce tickets.
No, hell no.
See Chris Brown or some shit.
I think on new barber equipment.
A whole paycheck on this barber sets?
I've done it before. And I'll do it again. And I'll be broke for another 2 weeks and I'll get it back again.
But that's beneficial to you, right?
Oh, shoot.
You're good.
Yeah.
That's beneficial to you.
Yeah, because I can make money literally the same day by cutting hair with my new equipment. Or the next day.
Do you have any advice on blades I should get? Because I want to get away from the Gillette and start.
Do you do the straight razor?
Yeah, straight razor.
Yeah. I don't know exactly what brand I get because my school gave us a whole bunch of them. But once I get home, I will send you a picture. But it really depends too. Like, I wouldn't use shaving gel. I would use like aloe gel or something like that to like loosen the hair particles, but not like, it's less messy if you use aloe gel rather than if you use a shaving cream. It's just kind of like a mess and everywhere. So it's really your preference.
You wear makeup?
No.
Are you wearing makeup right now?
No. I have like lip gloss stick thing on and lashes.
Lipstick
gloss? Yeah.
So
gloss.
this one's a little personal because I got my beard done the other day, you know. Thank you guys for the comments. But someone had the nerve to say that they didn't like it, right? So I was practicing my responses on if someone commented on my beard and they said, that's not your natural hair, I was going to respond and be like, what if you took your makeup off? Or is that your natural hair? Because what makes it that only women can dye their hair and men are not allowed to dye their hair? If you got blonde streaks, why can't I have blonde streaks? You know what I'm saying? It's an equal world out there.
Like my hair is blue right here.
So if you have blue hair and I want blue, I actually have a blue tube right now. I don't know where the tube is. Somewhere up there. I have blue dye up there. So if I want to have blue hair and then someone comments on my blue hair, but after complimenting your blue hair, what's the difference between my blue hair and your blue hair?
I don't see any difference, to be honest, because I don't know, especially being a barber too, like we color hair and stuff like that. Like I colored one of my partner's hair, like his dreads, dyed 2 of his dreads and stuff like that. He had like a red dread and blonde dread and stuff. Like I don't see any difference. Like hair is hair. If you want to change your hair color, you want to change your hair color. If you want to get a different type of haircut, you want to get a different type of haircut. Like To each his own, because fuck what anybody else thinks and fuck their opinions, because if you like it, you like it. And by the way, it looks good.
Thank
So,
you.
yeah, fuck what they say.
I've been trying to do these braids like my whole life, and I finally did it. I said, fuck it. I've been growing it out for like 2 years. I tried it once, and it was like down here, and it came off after like a week. But yeah,
It's different. It looks good.
I'm gonna start doing it. I just want it nice, sit on the beard, nice thick hair. I'm valid. No regrets.
Is it true that guys' beards and mustache grow by eating pussy?
I will say that it's true, relationship wise. While I'm in a relationship, that should be, especially my mustache, bro. And I hate mustaches. I'll tell you that. That juice is juicy. I'm not lying. You got anything else for me?
I'm not very good with questions off the top of my head.
I'm done.
Unless they come.
You want to tell them who you are, what you do, what we can accomplish in the next year? It's 2024.
Subscribe to my OnlyFans, because, you know, I love that extra income. And I do be shaking ass on there sometimes. All guys, come to me. Come get your haircuts. I do house calls. You can definitely connect. And follow my Instagram, Jody_XD. Go big or go home all 2024.
Only in Atlanta, or you're doing house calls here?
I'm doing house calls out here while I'm out here.
House calls. What's the mass? Massachusetts. Anywhere you want. House calls.
I take flights.
Buy your flight. Lingerie upgrades coming soon, right?
Yeah. If you ever wanted
you
a
started that yet?
haircut, lingerie, I've done two haircuts.
What's the price so far?
My lingerie. So my normal charge for a regular haircut is $40 minimum, and then I went up to $150 with the
150. See some ass titties.
Why'd that rhyme?
With what? 150.
150
some ass titties. Make that shit your slogan. We're good.
Right. I'm gonna put that as my bio on Instagram.
We out here.